apples, big and red. She uses a blunt knife the size of my forearm to cut them into pieces, servings far too generous to be eaten easily. Then pears, weighty Korean pears, the color of yellowed autumn leaves. They feel like them too, rough like the seasoned backs of her hands. She cuts deep into them, they crack with the sound of thunder, and refills the plate of apples, now empty. Something hisses from the kitchen. Steam pours from the rice cooker. Pots bubble away on the stove, and she ladles them into bowls while I take out side dishes from the refrigerator. Pickled eggs and radish, stir-fried spring greens, 3 different kinds of kimchi ranging from pale to fiery scarlet. She fries pollock in a cast iron pan full of oil, tiny hot spots popping, splashing onto her wrists. In the freezer, there's a tub of vanilla ice cream the size of my head. Next to it, a bag of individually wrapped caramels. They're sweet, sugary, shot through with peanuts. They stick to her teeth as they do to mine. In the cabinet, there are butter cookies, not as sweet, but with a smell twice as fragrant. Eat, she says. Sit, pressing me firmly into the chair. I visit her in the nursing home. I walk through the corridors, white and slight, narrow and bloodless. I bend down to reach her. Her touch is wispy, almost flimsy as she embraces me, slips a rolled-up bill into my palm as she whispers, "Buy yourself something nice to eat." Thank you.
But there's a lot of poetry going on. What is this festival all about?
Oh, there sure is. So the Kalamazoo Poetry Festival is an organization we started in 2014. The Kalamazoo Poetry Festival exists to bring people together through the power of poetry, and we do that largely by sponsoring 2 major festivals. One is called the Community Read, celebration of community poets, and the other is our keynote event. The keynote events only happen every other year, though.
So when I'm thinking of festival, I'm thinking people come to perhaps an outdoor gathering, and there's a stage, and there's a vendor, and there's food. Tell me more.
Sure. So usually we are indoors. We've been at the Civic. We've been at the KIA. And we do have vendors. We partner with a number of organizations across Kalamazoo. Most of those folks are folks who are also sponsoring a poet to come.
Ode to my bladder. Ideal travel companion, faithful friend, purse I smuggle in my skeleton, enchanted pack expanding, contracting to accommodate whatever it is given. Dependable alarm clock, little nag. Interior moon always waxing, waning, ruling never an incontinent, instead an interior sea whose ebb and flow are predictable if not consistent. Hero and martyr, you once endured 18 hours. Homeric, impossible, in thrall to tour guides and an utter lack of facilities, all praise. And blessed am I among women, envy of my bullet-bladdered friends. May I never take you for granted, corporeal donkey, body's burro, small porter willing to carry more and yet more, and how I dread the day you fail, faithful servant, old family retainer.
How do you get to read your poem at
Sure.
the Poetry Festival?
A couple of days, a couple of months before the festival, we open up registrations and we just ask people to submit an intent to read. We don't actually read their poems ahead of time. We're pretty committed to the idea that people can say what they want to say on the stage. but we do ask that they let us know if they're with an organization, their background in poetry, their interest in poetry, and then they are assigned a time. Usually we have about 22 to 25 poets. That's a 2-hour reading usually, which is about right, I think, for a poetry event. And folks come, they read for about 3 minutes, and then we memorialize it. We take pictures, we take video.
I'm gonna work on that. Roses are red, violets are blue.
Hey, start with a haiku, right? 3 lines, and they're still beautiful, even after centuries.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Oh my God! They're home! I will not starve. I've got to let them know that I love them so. Oh wait, they'll know. Upon seeing the poop I carved, and seeing my lovely pea art in the snow, will they notice me if I jump up high? Maybe I should stick to making art and paint their faces with my slobber dye. Or show my love, perhaps, with a quiet fart. Oh, Lord, my tail, my tail! Where is it now? Where are my owners? I thought they were right here. Should I stop jumping? Maybe take a bow? Perhaps start talking, just to make it clear. Oh, I'm tired and hungry, but oh, so glad to see that Mom and Dad love all my qualities.
I was born inside of a catch-22. Gary, Indiana, where they test any dudes, especially skinny dudes, just to see where your heart lies. Mine was wild and untamed, blamed on a policeman pistol that banged, pushed me in the game, left my daddy in the archives. I never learned much about love. From what I gathered and understood, if you from the hood, then you was one of our guys. And if not, then you had to leave from the spot. We was trained to squeeze off shots quicker than your car drive. Half grown, mad and gone off Mad Dog 2020 then. And you think I'm thin now? I was really skinny then and didn't really care about Nathan. Bad temper, very little patience. Bad winters, spent him in the basement, playing old jams like the Gap Band. Everybody hat bang, claiming they got next on Miss Pac-Man. And I wondered what really lies ahead in this room full of black men. My mama told me when drama on me, don't be scared, be prepared, or you might be dead. Ed, look, you're gonna have to fight, freeze, or hit the fence. I'm like, Mama, I got asthma. Don't none of them answers make sense. Had to find the perfect route to work it out in the inner city, being skinny. Thank y'all very much. Thank y'all very much.
Support for Kalamazoo Lively Arts is provided by the Irving S. Gilmore Foundation, helping to build and enrich the cultural life of Greater Kalamazoo.